We continue to be worried about the fact that some cases are we had 13 cases in Kibera. And when we read these figures, I know that there is some who make a lot of funny jokes about these things in Twitter and other places. Actually, the reason for doing so is to let those people in those areas know that there are infections there so that they can guard themselves, so that they are aware that there are cases there. When you are told that there are 13 cases in Kibera today, it is not the same. You cannot behave the same as somebody in Moasabit, where perhaps there is no case of, or somewhere else where in the 20 or so other counties that have got no infections. It is not the same. You are supposed to be aware of what is happening around yourself. So there are 9 cases in Westerns. So persons just near here in Westerns should know that we have discovered another 9 cases. This is not a total. So the person walking around again in Westerns, or Langata at 5, or 6 in Umvita, you should know that your area has got positive cases. And in Kwale, for example, there are 6 cases. Musambweni, there are 5 cases in Musambweni. So when you hear your region having been mentioned, then you should know that you are supposed to be taking care. And that's why we mention them on day-to-day basis. And that's why it's so boring. All right? Because we say the same thing, and it sounds like you are saying what you said yesterday. Well, as a matter of fact, it's news. We are giving you news of the day. And this information is very important so that you can take evasive action against some of these situations. We had 3 Somali nationals in the 80, while the balance of those people are essentially Kenyans. The myth that young people cannot get the disease, again, today we reported a 6 months-old baby. And this is where, again, there are certain actions, certain protocols that, for example, young mothers and people with babies ought to have. If you are going to if you have a baby in the house, especially a baby as young as that, then you should be very, very careful what you're doing, because you know very well you can bring back the infection to the baby. So if you are the father, if you are the mother, if you are the siblings, then you must take utmost care in terms of the behavior patterns that we are saying. Wearing a mask, keeping your distances, especially in offices and in other places where you visit. If you are a mother, just make sure you go nowhere near anybody. If you are the father, especially young fathers, the same thing. Stay away. Do not encourage any visitors. Let them stay in their houses for a change. They can come back when your baby has grown. But for the time being, wacha wakae huko kwao nyumbani. Anyway, even as our cases continue to rise, we are also glad to inform you that we have discharged 9 patients from hospital, and also glad to say that, again, our fatality number still stands at 50. Therefore, those who have recovered from the disease are 375. But given the numbers that we are releasing, the ones we are discharging, and if you compare that number with the increase in number, I mean, we grew by 80, we discharged 9, therefore 71 cases are now active in our institutions.